Another one of our learning communities focuses on something that I believe is absolutely critical to strengthening churches and families for that matter: biblical manhood, biblical fatherhood. And again, our objective isn't simply to give pastors another program to take back to the church. We want to give them the tools to actually build a fathering ministry within their church. How about your church? Do you have enough men there on Sunday mornings? Do the fathers come with the children when you open up for Sunday school programs or after school programs? Are dads coming to pick up their kids just like the moms? Or is it just the moms? One of the resources that we have developed is specifically about building courageous and fearless dads. And the content that we have developed is for the word courageous, and it's an acronym. And the acronym refers to a series of biblical training for fatherhood. We're talking about C being consistent and dependable, O, the importance of other fathers and accountability. U in courageous is about understanding and relating to your child. It's about forgiveness. It's about getting involved and having a godly relationship with your child's mother. We're encouraging men through this material to not just get involved in the lives of their children, but to develop accountability partners, to be accountable with their finances, and ultimately the one responsible for spiritually equipping their children. I opened this particular training material at a church I attended at the request of a pastor. And when I was asked to develop this material, it was because we were hoping we'd get 30 to 50 men who would show up. This was a part of one of the big mega churches in Houston, Texas. At that point, we probably had 5 or 6,000 members. They're probably up to 15 or 20,000 members now. But when we started the fathering ministry, what was amazing to me, we had 50 or 60 men when we began. By week 8, we were up to 400 men coming, and over half of them didn't even belong to our church. They were a coworker of someone who had come to a session, heard about it in between, and decided, I want to go when you go back. The content itself isn't designed to be put into a booklet and handed to somebody as they walk out the door. Men have to get involved. There's activities and there's biblical discussions. There's things for men to do when they go home. Sometimes they may feel uncomfortable. They're encouraged to set up small covenant group discussions and meet between the sessions that are being taught. This isn't just about, hey man, go be a father. It's, hey man, you need to be dependable. We ask them, can your children really count on you? Do you keep your promises? Do your children know what to expect from you emotionally? Can they approach you when something's wrong? Or do they have to first figure out what kind of mood are you in? Hmm. We then move from discussions to actions. In the context of how we develop and deploy this material, excuse me, is interactive. We want people to lean in and own this material. We want those men to be able to ask their children, what do you need from me to be more dependable? What do you need more of from me? And then the hardest part is listening to what your children have to say after that. Because sometimes our children will tell us some things that we don't want to hear. The material warns fathers about that. Your child may not tell you what you want to hear, but they're going to tell you what you need to hear. And that's where transformation begins. But we also need men to rely on other men, and that's where covenant groups come in. I'm telling you, when we started doing this ministry, I was astounded at the change we saw in some of these men. And let me leave you with this as an example. A part of what we do at the conclusion of the material is asking these men to bring in their families, talking to them about what change have they seen in dad during the course of this time. This came up at the end of about the 13th or 14th week, and we almost had a riot in the church. We were now well over 400 men, and we were telling them next week is our final week, and it was like, whoa, wait a minute, time out, time out. What do you mean final week? Yes, we've gone through all 13 weeks of the material. It's like, look, Pastor, that book you got over there, I was told has 60 some odd chapters in it. Pick any one of those chapters, find some more material. We want to keep coming. We don't want this to end. Brother, we went for 34 weeks before my wife finally put her foot down and said, that's enough. You have to reload. Take a break. This fathering families is a core part of the Timothy Project, where each one can teach one, and a man can teach their children and can be someone that they can depend on. It's about multiplication. We're not trying to create workshops. We're trying to develop better fathers. We hope to see you there. But don't end here. We have other ministry materials we're going to be giving away as well. Again, free. We're not here to make money. We're here to make a difference. Check out the rest of the stuff we've got available coming up at the conference.